Good morning, this is Kris Shoemaker, also known as Yehudah ben Shomayr, and you're listening to Coffee with Kris, the time of the day where we share a cup of coffee and share a bit of the Word of God. Thank you so much for joining me on this Sunday morning for a hot cup of coffee and a hot cup of the Word of God. So we are in a new Torah portion, not only a new Torah portion, but a new book of the Bible. We are in Exodus, Shemot. Exodus chapter 1, verse 1, going all the way to chapter 6, verse 1. Now, the Torah portion for this week is called Shemot, which means names. And so today's Sidra, today's Aliyah, is Exodus chapter 1, verses 1 through 17. But let's begin with verse 8 and go to verse 10. Now, there arose a new king over Egypt, who did not know Joseph. This is kind of hinting about the Hyksos defeating the Egyptians and taking over, therefore they wouldn't know about the lineage of Egyptian kings. So that's possibly why this king did not know Joseph. He said to his people, "Look, the people of the children of Israel are too numerous and too powerful for us." They were living right next door in Goshen. They were living on the borders of Egypt and kind of the front line of defense if anybody was to attack. So it says, "Come, we must deal shrewdly with them, or else they will grow even more numerous, so that if war breaks out," somebody comes along the border and they decide to switch sides, right? "So if war breaks out, they may join our enemies and fight against us, and then escape from the land." So the state claims to wield all power, and yet are fearful of the people dedicated to their God and to their ethnicity, to their race, to, their descendants. Truly, there is power of the people. Why else do regimes wish to put the common man under its thumb? If the state is all powerful, then the common man shouldn't be a threat to them. So how do they gain power? How did the state in this instance gain power? Well, normally, it's like the frog in the boiling kettle. You put the frog in just regular room temperature water, you slowly turn up the heat, and because it's a cold-blooded animal, it doesn't register that the heat is rising, and it will just sit there until it actually boils to death and the water boils. So verse 10 says, "Come, we must deal shrewdly with them," with the children of Israel. So that is the way the state takes over the people. It's slow and almost imperceptible. Now, Canada and the United States is about to pull in Egypt upon its religious adherent populace. So be forewarned, people. What happened in Egypt with the children of Israel is happening right now with the people that are dedicated to God in Canada and the United States. Be ready to stand like the midwives will when we read about them tomorrow. Guys, thanks so much for listening. Go out there and have a great day. Shalom and God bless.